Hey y'all, it's Brandon
And Stephanie.
from Getting Gazelle.
And I'm tired. Today's Monday. Brandon changed shifts this week. So he worked
9 to 8.
9 in the morning to 8 p.m. Which made it a very long day for me, especially on a Monday.
It wasn't very short for me.
So, he is working 4 days a week now. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday. So he'll be able to go to community group with us, community day for our homeschooling, and church on Wednesday night. And
We could do church on Wednesday night before, but it was difficult because
it was a rush.
I was getting off at 5 o'clock traffic, getting home around 6:15. We needed to be at church around 6:30.
Yeah.
So it
was tight, and we were always running at the last minute, trying to get everybody in the car and get to church, get everybody in their classrooms and all that, because all three boys go to different classrooms. And Julian goes to another classroom. Delaney goes to service with us on Wednesday nights. So, and she goes to service with us on Sundays. But it was just tight. Most of today was spent homeschooling and cleaning. Mondays are a little bit crazy for us in the homeschool world because we usually have very busy weekends, and most of our, I try not to do too many chores on the weekend, so I incorporate them into our homeschool day. Just because when Brandon's off work, I like to hang out with him. I like to snuggle on the couch and watch TV. I like to go to the beach with him, go to a theme park, go to the park, do anything but sit at home and do laundry and things like that.
We try to pick just like a half day on the weekend to get errands and stuff done, and then the other day and a half we try to have family time.
Yep, so Brandon's working on a little project. In addition to his normal tasks, he's writing a curriculum for his, for management training. Which before, when he worked for another company, he used to do leadership training. It's not the first time he's ever done leadership training. He doesn't really like to train people.
It's draining.
He said it takes a lot of work, and I don't doubt it does. I enjoyed training people whenever I was working, and that's actually how I met him, because I trained him one day. That's how I met him the first time, and I think that's why I'm a homeschool mom. I think teaching is just kind of in my blood. He might be being sent back to Richmond for some time to travel, not to time travel, but some time to travel, because that's where corporate is, and I'm sure if this is successful, they will have him go and teach it in Richmond, which I'm a little jealous of because I love Richmond.
There's no palm trees in Richmond.
There are no palm trees in Richmond, and there's beach in Virginia, but not in Richmond.
There's no Disney World in Virginia.
That is true. So, but I feel like when people ask me where I'm from, I feel like I should say Richmond. Brandon and I went to college in our hometown, so we didn't have the going away to college and living in the dorm experience. Both of us were commuters, and so it just, I don't know, Richmond just
feels like home.
Feels like home. We left a piece of our heart in Richmond. We have great friends in Richmond. And our church in Richmond actually just did another church plant. And has been growing like crazy. Mm-hmm. And so I love to watch them on Facebook and listen to their sermons and stuff. So, I don't know. Richmond, I will be jealous if Brandon gets to go to Richmond, just because I miss it. We've actually talked about going and visiting our friends in Richmond, on vacation, because now we live, where most people vacation. That makes sense? That's what he's been up to at work, and then I did about 6 lessons of math today with Xander. He was on a roll, and I just went with it. I was like, let's go. And I worked with Solomon with his letters, and then Julianne was just not cooperating today. I don't know what was with her. And Delaney did 2 lessons in math. They all did their memory work. So my cheeks are red, but I'm feeling fine. It's just I've added gluten back into my diet, and as you can tell, my skin doesn't like it. I also have nightshaded myself a couple times by accident.
Not tonight. I made dinner tonight.
Not tonight. We didn't nightshade ourselves tonight, but I nightshaded myself over the weekend. And I've glutened myself a couple times. So my skin does not like it, and I'll be going back to no gluten. Just because I feel better, my fibromyalgia's better, my joint pain's better, and my hives go away. And then
every now and then,
my red face goes away.
Every now and then, we'll make an exception.
I do make an exception.
Special occasions.
So, but I didn't want anybody to worry that we were still sick.
So I think Tuesday will be our rush day for the next, 12 weeks or so? Is that
no, it's only a 7-week Bible study.
Oh, for the next
Bible study,
for the next 6 weeks.
It ends in November.
So for the next 6 weeks, we'll rush on Tuesday a little bit, but it's way better than rushing on Wednesday, and it's nice to have a whole day off on Wednesday.
Yes, and his drive home only took 22 minutes. He called me in the elevator at work and went down the elevator, across the parking lot, up the elevator, in the parking garage, and all that stuff. Got in the car and drove home. All of that in 22 minutes, which is a huge record.
When I get off at 5:30, I'm pushing it to be here by 6:30.
Yeah, it's usually over an hour drive. And if he leaves here at 7 o'clock in the morning, it takes until 8:15 to get into his office, because that's how bad 7 o'clock traffic is, or 7:30 traffic is.
Like 7 o'clock traffic, yeah. I mean, but if I leave at 6:45,
yeah,
I can be at work by like 7:40.
It's crazy. So that cuts off like 20 minutes of his commute by leaving 15 minutes early. It's very weird. It was nice having him home so quickly after he got off work. Made the day shorter than what I thought it was going to be. I had the boys in bed by the time you got home. The girls were still up.
They were still
piddling around,
kind of awake and tossing and turning, and heard me, so I went into the room and said their little prayer.
Yes, so Xander does not like going to sleep without all his people home. And he's been like that since he was a little boy. Like if I used to go to homeschooling meetings once a month at night, and I would come in the door and, like change into pajamas or whatever, and he would always toddle into our room and be like, "Hi, Mommy. Good night." And he'd lift up his shirt and scratch his chest, and then he'd walk back to his room and get back in bed.
It was like the old man.
He just had to see that I was home and I was okay. And so that's what he did tonight with Brandon.
Which makes it, whenever I do happen to go out of town, a little rough.
He is the one that gives me problems when Brandon goes out of town. He does not like it when his people aren't home, and he will tell me that. He will say, "Daddy's not sleeping in his bed. Daddy should be in his bed with you." And I'm like, "Yes, I know, son, but he's doing something called work and travel." And so he is out of town, and I don't sleep very well when Brandon's out of town. Usually I end up with at least one kid in my bed in the middle of the night because I cannot sleep alone. So I've been known to go and get a child out of bed and put him in my bed so I can sleep somewhat. And then depending on if there's a time zone difference, like when he travels to the West Coast, I stay up and wait for him to call me, when he gets back to his hotel at night. And sometimes when he's on these trips, he has to go entertain at night, or have business dinners or whatever, and it can make for a long night for me, because I will literally stay up until he calls me and tells me he's okay and he's in his hotel. We usually FaceTime for a few minutes, and then I'll drift off.
Because if it's on the West Coast and we get out of the office at, say, 6 o'clock, and then we go eat dinner, by the time we get back for us, it's probably 8:30 on the West Coast. So
it's 11:30 here.
It's 11:30 there, and then get into the hotel and change clothes or whatever, and then by the time
take a shower, get comfortable.
By the time I call, it's midnight here.
And usually he's multitasking when he's on the phone with me. He's trying to iron his clothes for the next morning, or whatever. And he doesn't sleep very well whenever he's out of town, because he's always afraid he's going to oversleep. And then it takes him a little while to adjust to the hotel. And, of course, we don't sleep very well apart. I tease him sometimes that his work is kind of like being a school teacher.
Kind of. Last week we had Sunday bar, and we had a cookout on Friday.
You had a field trip.
We had a field trip. Yeah, we had to go to a movie theater and watch our CEO speak. Let's see. We had a snack cart come by where we all got to get snacks off the snack cart. We had a fun packet to fill out with word searches and things like that people could turn in for raffle tickets, for prizes.
Yeah.
Work.
No, he works really hard. So,
just try to keep a fun environment. We definitely have the mindset that...
It was customer service week last week.
Yep.
So.
And if our people are happy, it trickles down to our customers, and our customers are happy.
That's right. So, that's about all we have to say. Just a bunch of ramble. If you noticed, there was no vlog for Thursday, and there was no vlog for Saturday. Thursday, everybody was sick. Well, most everybody. And what other day? Oh, on Saturday we had a relaxing home family day. I know we joked about like going and being irresponsible, but we weren't irresponsible. We just caught up on our shows and stayed in our pajamas. I took a shower and got in fresh pajamas and
took a shower. Did I shave? No, I shaved on Sunday. I didn't even shave on Saturday.
So we took a shower, we put on fresh pajamas, and we hung around the house all day. And it was so nice not to be scheduled for anything. I really needed a lazy day. And my ankle was a little sore from walking on the beach. So, that's what we did. But we're trying to vlog every day for October, for Vlogtober, but those 2 days, no footage was taken.
Can't go back and do it.
No. So, excuse us while we were recovering from sickness and trying to get our life back on track.
But as always, if you need anything from us, you know how to reach us. There's 3 ways. You can post below. You can send us an email at gettinggazelle@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook at gettinggazelle on Facebook.
Spelled just like it is here. And if you're interested in these vlogs, go ahead and give us a thumbs up or hit the subscribe button. I don't know what happened to our subscribers. We went up temporarily this past weekend. Then we noticed we're right back at where we were. So we're not sure if that was like a glitch. If we actually lost people, that's sad.